What's going on, guys? You know who it is, Korean Ninja MMA here. Gonna break down this fight now. With this one, kind of interesting matchup, John Dodson versus Merab Dvalishvili, right? So look at that. Look at the records. I mean, John Dodson here, 22-11, and Merab Dvalishvili, he's got 11-4, right? He got a 4-fight win streak. Look at that. And yeah, they're fighting. Look at it. Last time he fought, look, man, oh man, look at that. February, man. This guy, June. So anyway, enough of these stats, man. It's kind of interesting. I'm just kind of going through it. I've been watching their tape, watching a lot of Fighters tape. Just want to get into this. Don't make it too long. So Donson's obviously the older one, 35. Merab's 29. You know, they're both going to be fighting at bantamweight. Although, and look at that, the height difference. John Dodson only 5'3". Merab Dvalishvili 5'6". So as far as stature, it's not like they're the biggest of guys in the bantamweight. I mean, if they're going to be fighting a bantamweight here, but the thing is, the musculature, the body size. I mean, John Dodson, of course, he was flyweight and moved up, and you can see that when he moves up, but he's just not cutting. He's kind of just, you know, not in terrible shape or anything. I mean, John Dodson, what he looks for, I mean, look at that. 5 wins by KO, he's got 5. Dvalishvili, not yet, right? He's got 0. Significant strides, look at that, the output. Now, this is a big thing. John Dodson 3.3. With Merab over here, it's 4.01, right? And none of them have wins by sub, but takedowns, here's a big thing too. Now, Johnson 0.76, 8.67, ridiculous for Merab. Now, if you look back at their fights with John Dodson, he's got that power. He's really quick. That's his thing. He's kind of a freak athlete. You'll see him, you know, flipping on the cage. He's kind of like a ball of springs, you know, just kind of wants to explode out there quickly. But the thing is, he doesn't have much output, as you see. The strikes, not bad, but it's just, I mean, when you see his fights, he's just kind of looking like it. When you look back, you know, by a lot of his fights, there's some inactivity, and you know, he'll get some good shots. He wants to he's kind of moving around, he's kind of faking, but he's not really, and even when his corner tells him to, I think it's an ongoing issue. His corner tells him to kind of, you know, switch it up, you know, like feint a little bit more, maybe add more volume. And I understand, like, you don't want to get the power, you don't want to get taken down, you want to eat shots, you want to get in and out. And so as long as he just kind of goes straight with that punch, it's because that it's not really telegraphed. It's, you know, if he lands with it, that's great. You know, it's a very fast punch, but I mean, he's open to get countered with that. He doesn't really. You want to, you know, set it up, land some more jabs. Leg kick's not bad though, but with Merab Dvalishvili, man, it's just like he's got good cardio. I mean, look at that. That's his tell of it. He just takes you down a lot. And the thing is, with takedowns, you want to see someone that takes you down, controls them, right? When you see a lot of takedowns, maybe it means you can't keep him down. He doesn't need to. It's kind of like that. He grinds you out, that brawl, that sprawl and brawl kind of style. You know, kind of. His striking's not looking bad either. There's been improvements. I mean, the way he throws that kick, man, he throws that kick to the body, puts everything on it. Kind of reminds me of the Burns brothers in that sense. You know, it's these guys where you see them. They have a grappling base. They want to, you know, they want to hit you hard. They want to just kind of, you know, get your respect on the feet, so you get, you know, make you second guess, or at least essentially close the distance so they can get a hold of you. And Ron wants to get, you know, land some big shots, get a hold of you, and it strikes him good too. When he fought Ricky Simon, that was a back and forth, and Ricky Simon was that was a nice fight because he, on paper, look at that, Ricky Simon's, you know, pretty heavy-handed, tough guy, got the good wrestling. So I think, in Merab Dvalishvili, he'd get a hold of him, just not let him go. You could see the frustration of Simon. You know, Ricky Simon was just like, man, get off me, man. And he has moments too, but at the end, it was kind of controversial when Ricky Simon got in the headlock and just like, Dvalishvili was not giving up. He said, I'm fine, but you know, it was very awkward, just kicking his legs out, flailing and not really doing anything, kind of just waiting, like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for this to be over. It's like, dude, you're just gonna wait 30 seconds in there. So like I said, but the thing is, John Dodson is not gonna have that wrestling background. He's not gonna be manhandling him and overpowering him like that. I think Merab Dvalishvili would have gotten it done, but you know, good job for Ricky Simon. I mean, like I said, and these are learning experiences. You can't just allow yourself, maybe think you're okay, but you know, he was getting blue in the face. I mean, he was fine, but yet towards the end, I mean, he had to, you know, I mean, after the bell rung, he kind of had to, he didn't just pop right back up. You could tell it was, you know what I mean, I mean, let me put it this way, I mean, that was just, yeah, he was like pretty much almost out, like he was kind of like dazed, like, oh, you know, but yeah, like I said, just, I mean, on the feet, I think it'll be, I mean, just, the frames are different, the power, I think, is there, but John Dodson, he's not going to set it up. Merab Dvalishvili, I think he's going to come forward. He's going to be landing, you know, he's going to whiffing those punches. He's going to close the distance, explosive, right? Now John Dodson known for being explosive too. I think he can counter, sure. I mean, he can hit Merab, but I think it's going to be tough for Johnson to kind of deal with the pressure. You know, I think Merab's going to close the distance eventually, you know, be all over Johnson. I think he's going to be able to manhandle him, you know, land some crushing blows. And I think, especially the smaller cage, too, is not really going to work well in John Dodson's favor. I'm thinking, to be honest with you, I mean, more than likely this is going to go to a decision. I think Merab is going to, you know, I think as the fight progresses, he's just going to wear and tear on. You're going to see the wear and tear on Johnson, just like he's going to, you know, Merab's going to chip away at him. He's like, okay, you're going to close distance. You're going to get your respect. Maybe Johnson will come in, you know, really quick, kind of try to avoid shots, you know, land, you know, a good one of his own. But then Merab, you know, he's going to be fine. Like, you know, I'm going to throw a body kick with everything I got in it. I'm going to throw some really fast jab, and I'm going to swing my hands. He's gonna show him, like, you know, I'm okay with trade, because when maybe first one misses, but you know, you're swinging 1, 2, 3 punches, one of them, maybe John Dodson gets caught with one because he just wants to land that one punch and reset, right? So, and I think, but the main thing is gonna be the grappling here. I think Merab on the feet, we're gonna see. I think as time goes on, I mean, Merab's still gonna have that cardio, we're gonna still be able to take him down, still beat him up, grind him out. So we could see actually a finish, maybe a TKO finish. But I'm more likely probably will go decision. But Merab, man, all the way. I mean, he's a huge favorite, but I thought, you know, John Dodson could get the upset. But if you're betting on that, that means, I mean, I feel like the line is, you know, it's really steep. But at the same time, I understand why. It's just tough to really see. Can he get it done? Yeah, John Dodson's really fast. He's got a good, you know, pop in his shot. He can, you know, but I think that's just not enough. It can happen. Of course, it's MMA, but I just don't think you need more than that to really beat somebody like Merab. I think, you know, he's on the streak. He's, you know, I think he's making improvements, making adjustments, and training with good stuff. He's training with Aljamain Sterling. I mean, he's got a good team over there, but I think, I just feel like now that it's just tough. I think the grappling's really going to win it for him. So that's my pick, guys. Maybe put him in a little parlay. I mean, I told you about the Burns one too. I mean, that's going to be heavy. The line's getting steep, man, some of these things. But yeah, I think Merab just can't bet against him on this one, man. Good luck.